It's the end of a controversial era.
Yesterday, I met with President Bush and informed him of my decision to conclude my government service as Attorney General of the United States, effective as of September 17, 2007.
More than 2 years after he was sworn in as Attorney General, Alberto Gonzales has offered his resignation.
After months of unfair treatment that has created a harmful distraction at the Justice Department, Judge Gonzales decided to resign his position, and I accept his decision.
This brings an end to the political standoff surrounding the Justice Department's handling of FBI terror investigations and the firings of 8 U.S. attorneys. During his tenure, Gonzales pushed for expanded presidential powers, including the eavesdropping authority. He drafted controversial rules for military war tribunals and sought to limit the legal rights of detainees at Guantanamo Bay. But strife surrounding the firings of the U.S. attorneys proved to be the deciding factor against Gonzales.
It's sad that we live in a time when a talented and honorable person like Alberto Gonzales is impeding from doing important work because his good name was dragged through the mud.
Critics charged that they were politically motivated, and in several House and Senate hearings, Gonzales and other Justice Department officials failed to fully explain the firings without contradicting each other.
While the process that led to the resignations was flawed, I firmly believe that nothing improper occurred.
2 administration officials say Gonzales submitted his resignation letter last Friday. The president had Gonzales come to lunch at his Texas ranch over the weekend as a parting gesture.
And I am profoundly grateful to President Bush for his friendship and for the many opportunities he has given me to serve the American people.
Gonzales is the 4th high-ranking Bush administration official to leave since November of last year. He follows in the footsteps of Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld, World Bank President Paul Wolfowitz, and White House advisor Karl Rove. John Belmont, The Associated Press.
It's the finale to Alberto Gonzales' nasty, months-long battle with lawmakers.
Yesterday, I met with President Bush and informed him of my decision to conclude my government service as Attorney General of the United States, effective as of September 17, 2007.
Gonzales had been in a standoff over the Justice Department's handling of FBI terror probes, though controversy over the dismissal of 8 U.S. attorneys appears to have been his undoing.
While the process that led to the resignations was flawed, I firmly believe that nothing improper occurred.
Lawmakers charged the firings were politically motivated and that Gonzales' explanations to Congress did not pass muster.
And had he early on owned up to it and said a mistake was made and here's what I'm going to do to correct it, he could have saved his job.
President Bush had stood steadfastly beside his old Texas friend, even as news of his resignation broke.
It's sad that we live in a time when a talented and honorable person like Alberto Gonzales is impeding from doing important work because his good name was dragged through the mud.
No matter why he left, one legal expert says it's clear Gonzales' time had come.
Alberto Gonzales was ultimately undone by the thing that made him successful with George Bush. That is, he was someone who was an enabler. You know, he would tell the president what he wanted to hear.
Solicitor General Paul Clement will be the acting Attorney General once Gonzales leaves next month. Homeland Security Secretary Michael Chertoff is being mentioned as a possible successor, but President Bush leaves for Australia next week, and one White House official says a nominee may not be in place by then. Sagar Meghani, The Associated Press, the White House.